Hey everybody, it's Odawa from My Gaming Addiction in one day. I'm on holiday for a month. I haven't posted a video for many months, but every single night I come onto my own Rust server and I build the same thing in many different variations, revising and improving on the same idea. So basically, I love roof bunkers if you've watched my channel before, and if you could, do me a big favor and just hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. But the idea is that, easily you can have a roof bunker inside your base and access this thing from the comfort and privacy of your own base without having to worry about who can see what you're doing. And what I love about this is you can expand this to be, as big or as small as you need. Here's a much smaller version of the same idea here. So a pretty boring entrance, right, with this 9 large wooden boxes, basically in a secret solo bunker. And you can, of course, protect that with some shotgun traps. Let's show how that works before we dive into this video and try to make a much shorter version than the last one I just made 3 or 4 times. Here we go. So I'm just going to come around here and show you. This will close easily. If people are curious, they come in. All right. And the idea is that inside here, you've got 9 large wooden boxes. It's tight. It's too tight to actually spawn in here and open this up again. However, the way that I've invented this over a year ago is that this is a double direction, bi-directional roof bunker. You can open this from the inside or from the outside, but with this particular design, it's too tight to actually put down a roof inside here. But you have 9 large wooden boxes for your most precious loot, and whatever footprint you choose, you can always put lots of storage or bedrooms up on the second floor. So I'm going to show you how to make this thing. It's a single TC roof bunker. It's my invention from over a year ago. I don't think you will see this in a lot of designs because, people don't really know about it. So that's why, when people come here, they're kind of thinking, well, I don't even see, how that could be possibly a roof bunker, right? They don't even see like any kind of possible familiar entrance in terms of, they're going to guess and think, oh, it must be up above or something like that. So that's something that I think is really cool about this. You can actually even turn this into a double roof bunker. So, this could be, let's just close this up here. I made this a little more complex than it needs to be, but you can actually open up 2 of these and have only 1 TC, and there's no decay at all, which is really cool. You can even open it on this side, but you're going to love this. If you haven't built them yet, there's lots of different variations, but we're going to stick with a very slim version here where we're only going to have these 5 triangles, enough space for 9 large wooden boxes and your TC. So let's find a good spot to build. How about right here? We're going to start right now in Twig, down low, maybe close enough to the sand that you can put down some furnaces over here if you wanted to later, but here we go. We're going to build up. So we got low, medium, then right here, we're going to put your TC right there. So I'm going to build in final materials. You're going to want to place this wall frame like that. And that's for a reason. So we have this conditional edge. You can see how it disappears. That's important. If you know how roof bunkers work, you understand why that's important. All right. So basically, slap down your TC, close that up, and I'm going to build this out. So from your TC, we've got 1 square foundation. We're going to go that way. All right, here we go. 1, 2, right? That's 2 already. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go this way so that we can build back like this without having to delete anything. Now you've got building priv, so remove this, remove this, remove that. Okay, we're going to build here, and we also need to have this missing right here. Okay, so from this guy, build down low. So that you have 3 that are low, just like that. You don't have to do 3. You could do just 1. That's fine. Okay, I'll show you with 1 for now. And we're going to just keep this in sheet metal. We're going to make this so that it cannot be soft-sided. All right, so why did we do half walls? It's because we're actually going to build the floor just like that. Now, when we do this, actually, let's do, oops, we'll do that in HQM. So when we do that, something really cool happens. So if you are right here, see that gap? We got to close it up. So stand here, place a wall frame, it's closed up now. You can actually get out of this thing bi-directionally. You can even put a wall right here. You can open this thing up. Look at that. Because this is on this ceiling. And that ceiling is on this half wall right there. So I think it's really cool. And another neat thing about this is if for some reason you haven't upgraded this yet and it gets destroyed, you can place it again because of this square ceiling right here. It's really cool. There are some limitations with this. This is possible to soft side. So if you don't want that soft sided, then you're going to do a wall frame or a floor frame right here, but you got to open it up first. Okay, so now that cannot be soft sided. This is soft side proof, 100%. All right. And this guy, we made HQM, but if you want to save on materials, you could put a low foundation right here and right here, and just make this guy not HQM. Right now, we're at 264. We got to connect this structure and this other structure here. So they're not connected right now. They're not. We're going to do that right now. So I'm going to prove to you that they're not connected by building some stone. And right here, we don't see any stone. We're going to connect with a triangle roof. Okay, now that's connected. You can see it's connected right here. It's got to be a full height structure. Could be a wall frame, could be a wall. We're using a wall, of course, because we don't want to have anyone enter. So that's now connected. All right, and we're going to upgrade this and that and this. However, these guys can remain sheet metal. That's fine. Okay. Okay, we're already at 291. That's pretty cheap in terms of HQM. Oh, we're going to get a little more expensive now. We're going to close this up. You can see, oh wow, 341. 341. That's a lot. I guess that's because of this foundation down here. So we don't really need that to be in HQM. Let's just reduce the cost a little bit more. Oops. So we'll do that in sheet metal. Okay. We're going to upgrade this guy. But then, see, we can't place that because of this wall frame. But don't worry, because this is never really going to get destroyed, and this is not going to get destroyed. It's never going to happen. Well, never say never, but let's do this right now. So, all right. Okay, so this is one idea, right? So we've got this. You can make it bigger. You could, but we're going to keep things really inconspicuous. Okay, we're going to close that up. So around the back here, this is 24 rockets guaranteed. If you want to reduce how much HQM you're using, you have some options. So we could make this right, and reduce some of the costs here. Okay, now we're down to 300. This guy has to be HQM, and this thing needs to be HQM, whatever it is. But what are we at right now? Why is that there? All right, so if we're in here, we can put down some shelves. Okay, let's put down 9 large wooden boxes. So start over here. 1, 2. Just doing it really quick here. You could put in even more than 9 in terms of combining this with some barbecues. All right, so that's easy. That's 9 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, with plenty of space left over for barbecues or whatever. So you can't get out of this thing, right? It's too tight. It's too tight. If it wasn't as tight, you can easily open it, as I showed you earlier. So how do you enclose this thing, right? That's the beauty of this, is that, you know, Game Lights, love your videos. They're awesome. A lot of his designs have these great roof bunkers, but they're on the outside of the base, right? And so I think my challenge that I took on over the last year was, how can you enclose a roof bunker entirely with no gaps at all? How can you do that? Every single night I work on this. Every single night I have Rust open and I'm working on revising and improving it. So I'm really giving you some good options here. So what we could do is understand the idea here is we have space for 1, 2, 3 squares, right? That's normally where 3 square foundations would go. Okay, so you could put, for example, you could do like this. So you could do, you know, squares on the side. As long as you do medium height foundations, you can actually do squares right across the front here. But if you try to go down low, it's not going to place. So these walls right here, this is a wall. For some reason, they play they play nice. They play nice with these foundations right next to them, right here. So you could stick with just squares like this, which, yeah, I'll admit it's kind of a chunky looking design. Right, it looks kind of weird, right? So that's one option, is that you use just squares. Let's close this up. I like to hide any of the roof bunker entrances here. I like to hide that. Notice how I didn't fill this in. We can fill this in. You know, we can put whatever we want over here, furnaces. And if you want, you can actually mirror what's happening here. You can mirror that for another way to get back up to the second floor. Right, you can do this. Okay, so there's different ideas here. Okay, so that's one idea. What this does is makes basically a front entrance that has excellent visibility, right? So you can really take your time defending this from the inside. At the start of this video, I think I showed you placement for these shotgun traps. So you want to put down your double door, open it up, and then angle it so that you can still see if you're all the way in here. So we have squares right here as the entrance, but you don't have to do that, right? You could do triangles. So for example, you can easily just do one triangle here, right? You could do that. Even if you wanted to, you could even make that into like a little turret spot, right? Throw in your garage doors. I'll be able to open up this one at least. Anyway, but instead of doing just one triangle here, you could do 2, 3, right? Do storage, bedroom. And in terms of peek downs, big fan of any kind of peek down where, you know, even for a solo player, you can just take your time and you're not going to fall through. So in terms of your options, it's up to you. But I love something like this. Which is Game Lights and his friends who came up with this here. Right. Same thing here. I guess I'm trying to find like a really simple footprint that doesn't rely on any wide gaps or, you know, too much of a external TC sort of footprint. Single TCs are more vulnerable, right? So you're going to want to use an external TC, at least one, no matter what kind of base you have. But you don't have to have an external TC set up to use your roof bunker. If you want to, you know, be inconspicuous, you want to stay secret as a solo player with your awesome bunker in here. You got 24 rockets guaranteed, you know, for protection, which is really awesome. And you can close it up, feel like you have the privacy you need. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop the video here, and thank you for watching. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Comment. Happy to reply to you. And thanks for your support. Wish me a good holiday, guys. I probably won't make a video for another couple months. So just know I'm still playing Rust every night. It's just less videos, even though it's the same design over and over again. Thanks again. Have a good one. Take care.